So let's all take a deep breath in and focus in on my purple shoes. No, we won't do that. Okay, let's not focus on my purple shoes. You can focus on your own shoes and make sure that you get fully grounded. People, lighten up. It's Tuesday. It's not Friday. Yeah, we know. It's Tuesday. It is the third day of the week. We're just getting into stride. So get nice and grounded. Breathe nicely and deeply. And make sure that you are paying attention, observing inside for that quintessential moment between the breathing in and then the breathing out. Just breathing in and that quintessential moment of your lungs, of your entire body receiving life force before you release everything on the out breath. And then there is a moment again before that process starts all over again. Exactly like the parabola on a flow chart. On the in-breath, we flow upward and we reach a peak of stillness, and then down on the out-breath and a peak of stillness on the bottom, and then up again. So there in your mind, I want you to imagine or sense or feel. It's exactly like the chart of a regular heartbeat. From the breathing in to a moment of stillness and breathing out to a moment of stillness and breathing in to a moment of stillness and breathing out. Always just being aware of the breathing in and a quick moment and breathing out. And as we focus on just breathing in and recognizing that moment of stillness, recognizing that moment of no breath, no judgment, no doing, just being. Let's breathe in and see if you can stretch that moment out into a double moment or a triple moment. Breathing in nice and deep and just waiting, holding your breath or exhaling so slowly that it feels like you are still, that the next moment seems a long way off by the time I have breathed out. And then breathing in more slowly on the ascent, as if we are stretching the stillness into both the breathing in and the breathing out. But we're not holding our breath. We're still breathing. We're getting more quiet and more relaxed. We're just breathing mindfully, as if we're breathing a whole word in. Breathing observation in. Breathing mindfulness in. Breathing through the whole world meaningfully at a regular, constant pace. And breathing out a whole world So we breathe in mindfully and breathe out ignorance. Breathing in discernment and breathing out discrimination. Just flowing in that cycle of breathing so that the pace of the entire body slows down. Breathing in relaxation and breathing out tension. And in our daily lives, we would be breathing in human interactions and breathing out any stress. Breathing in meetings, people, traffic, and breathing out any stress or time loss. Just breathing in the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. And breathing out what is past, what is done. And keeping a flow, a constant flow, where that moment of making sense, that moment of no breath, feels, can be experienced as if it is stretched into the whole moment, where the breathing in and the breathing out on either side is now included, where that entire three-step process merges into its own cycle, smooth, easy, well-paced, natural, where there is no room for the mind, the ego mind, the selfish mind, the desiring mind, the judging mind, to take charge, where there is no room for any other ego game to intervene, where the focus is so completely on being at one with self and all creation, life. And there in your mind's eye, as you are breathing, I want you to see that chart begin to flatten out, as if the heights are not so high and the depths are not so low, that there is still a rising and a falling, and a rising and a falling. But it is as if the curves have flattened out slightly, and there is less rising and a lot of flowing, and then a lowering, a descending, and a lot of flowing, and again an ascent, a rising. It never flattens out completely. It just flattens out enough to create calm, quiet, a moment of self-observation, a moment of being with yourself. A moment in which to check, where are you coming from? What is the tone in your own mind? What is the tone of your own character in this moment? Enough of a moment to create an intention or be reminded of your intentions. Enough of a moment to change course, to move your thoughts in a new direction. Enough of a moment to slide out of judgment and into discernment, out of discrimination against and into discernment of. Enough of a moment to be present with the flow as it is. So breathing in slowly and exhaling slowly, knowing that there is no rush, there is no race. That we can slow time as it exists in clocks and calendars down. That we can shift our perception of it and our response to it. And there where you are breathing and watching the curves in your mind, be a little bit flatter for yourself. If there is any one notion or ego idea or ideal that holds you in judgment, that holds you in perceiving yourself and others from a negative space, focus your attention on it and hold it there in your mind in a neutral space. See it as a statement, a simple statement. It doesn't matter what the statement is. Simply bring it to mind and feel for a moment how it creates toxins for you, how it creates anxiety, impatience, desire for different in you. And then using exactly the same system, we're going to breathe that in. I breathe in all my irritation with slow traffic. And I breathe out all of my irritation with slow traffic. I acknowledge and I release. I acknowledge and I release. Using the life force as the flow within me to bring all of the toxins, all of the emotions, all of the thoughts associated with that judgment, that behavior, that inner doing and toxifying, that judgment that taints my perception and reception. I use breath to keep me constant in validating and surrendering a negative aspect of self. I use breathing to embrace and surrender, to acknowledge and release. Always using breath to maintain a calm, soothed mind, present and in the present. Just breathing in and allowing self to see, to feel, to know more clearly. And breathing out any old limitations to clarity. Whatever the agreement or rule or judgment that ties you up in knots, holds you down, make it as clear as possible when you are breathing through it. We are moving through it. We are no longer going around it. We move through our lives. We are hurtling through space, all in a somewhat fixed but unknown path. We are acknowledging what agitates the human mind and surrendering it from the human soul. We are acknowledging what soothes the human mind and supporting it from the human soul. So always breathing in gently, consciously, feeling the air move into my being and slowly sliding out with no discernible moment of separation, just flowing through between the in-breath and the out-breath, and stretching that moment so that it is all but the in moment, the in-breath and all but the end of the out breath. And whatever your story, whatever your issue, feel it, hear it, sense it, see it unfolding in your life as a memory and a possible future. See if there are any colors associated with it. Let the details of it come alive inside of you, that it may come to the surface and be released. And always breathing, always keeping the breath constant and the presence constant. Always maintaining the stability of an entire energy system by breathing. And then very gently let it all go. Take a deep breath in, and in your mind's eye, get grounded once more. And even in getting grounded, breathe in. Feel your connectedness to the earth. And in breathing out, relax into the present moment. Relax into being present with yourself, present with others, present and centered in your own life. When you are ready, you may open your eyes to being fully present with self and able to breathe your way through any interaction on the physical plane.